What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Reviews on Anything. My name is Peter and today we're having a look at a yoga mat. In this case from a company called Trideer, which we've looked at their gym gloves in an earlier video. And in another video we are actually looking at their resistance bands home training set. This time though a yoga mat. Now you might be wondering what is there to review about a yoga mat. And in all honesty, not that much, since it is still just a yoga mat, so there's no Bluetooth, speakers, Wi-Fi or anything built in here. You can't check your email and it doesn't tell you the weather with that smart assistant. But the good part is that yoga mats are usually pretty thick and cumbersome to carry around. Not the case here though, it is actually quite a lot thinner than your standard yoga mat. So what we're actually going to do today is see if it is still as comfortable as your regular mat, even though it does come in a smaller size. Don't worry though, I'm not going to put on any spandex and show you a crouching kitten in a hippo position, but we are going to do a few exercises to see what's what. Alright, so I'm down here on the Trideer Yoga Mat. I don't really fully fit in the frame, but that doesn't really matter because you need to see the mat. Right now I'm just sitting on it, which is probably something you won't be doing that much when you're exercising on this mat. And it is on the floor obviously because you'll be using this mostly on the floor, whether that's either at home or in your gym or your yoga studio, wherever it might be. In my case, I have a stone floor, so that does add a bit of additional hardness. You can imagine that if you have a wooden floor, for example, it's already a bit softer depending on the wood you use. And if you use this on top of a carpet, for example, then it gets even softer, although that sort of defeats the point. Now, obviously, the big part of mats like this is where you're going to make contact with mostly your knees and your elbows, and maybe your butt as well. So we have to check out the cushioning, and it is going to be a little bit hard for me to sort of convey that on camera in how the cushioning is. But sitting like this on hand and knees in this case, it's not uncomfortable in any way, shape or form. It's pretty much the same as you would expect from a thicker mat, but this one is thinner, like I said. Even though when you put a bit of weight on it, your knees are fine. You don't really need like a super soft fluffy surface anyway, because then you really can't do your exercise properly. So I always like it when it's firm, but a little bit of dampening is nicer for your joints. I'm about 6'1", 220 pounds by the way, 183 and about 95 to 100 kilos, depending on the time of day. So that gives you a bit of an idea of size. So sitting like this is not an issue at all. Also, you're probably going to be doing something like sit-ups a lot. So, this position, either with your feet up or not, it's nice and comfortable. It's not like a bed or anything, but it's not supposed to be like that. It is just a little bit of extra cushioning on the floor, wherever that might be. Another important feature, besides the dampening, is the slipping, or rather non-slipping of the mat. And as you can see, when I'm just on it with my full weight, it doesn't really slip and slide in any way. Also, when I'm standing for example, with just my hands on the mat and my feet outside the mat, because that's usually a position that happens a lot, especially with yoga, the mat doesn't really slip. Obviously you can move it if you really want to, but if there's pressure on it, the mat is not really going anywhere. That's according to Trideer, thanks to the pattern design here on both sides of the mat. I'm not really sure if that's true, but it is indeed not slipping, so that's nice, because the last thing you want is that you slip and slide over the gym floor or your home floor. That is not really convenient. Last point I want to make is that because it is a bit thinner, obviously there's a lot less sort of memory structure, if you call it that way, in the mat itself. So I just unrolled this. You can see there's just a tip here that sticks up slightly, but other than that the mat is nice and flat. The problem sometimes with thicker mats is that they're not so flexible, and because they're usually rolled up tight, as soon as you unroll them, they stay rolled up halfway, so you have to actually use your body weight in order to keep it on the ground. Not the case here, so that's actually another benefit, I think, of a slightly thinner mat. So in conclusion, what can we make of this yoga mat from Trideer? It does actually exactly what it promises to be. It is a small, lighter weight, thinner option to your regular sports or yoga mat, without compromising too much in the sense of cushioning and quality. It's a solidly made product, as you saw, that doesn't really slip that much and still provides a lot of comfort, even though it is a bit thinner than usual. Now besides that, there is not that much more to say about a sports or yoga mat like this. doesn't have any real features, doesn't really do anything more than what you will expect it to do, but in a smaller and lighter package. Point of criticism though is this carry strap that they actually list as a feature. It's effectively a shoelace that you can use to keep it together and carry it, they say. Not really. I would have liked to see a proper strap, something with Velcro maybe, because this really doesn't work as some way to carry it around. It also doesn't really work as a way to bundle the mat to keep it rolled up, because it makes quite severe imprints in the mat. So I would have liked to see a better solution for that. Other than that, nice mat, good price, a good product overall, and definitely something you can purchase without having to worry about anything. And if it is something that you take to and from the gym or to and from your yoga session, you know, it's a bit lighter and it's a bit smaller than usual, so all plus points there. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the Trideer Yoga Mat. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, that always helps us out a lot. And check out Trideer as well to see if they have any sports equipment for you. Until then though, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!